Hey guys, this is the Villains Demand. We're here to bring you another Pathfinder session, continuing where we last left off. Y'all are laughing already. As you exited the building when we last left off, core armor hit the ground as he disappeared.
Armor, my mace, my flail.
Yep. And as I could tell, you are no longer with us.
All that. Oh God, we'll see you guys later.
The magic was keeping that one alive inside of here. It was actually the duplicate.
You let me drive 30 minutes for nothing?
Yeah. The real core, he perished in battle. And then this was still the real Thor, but it was magic, bound until you exit the temple.
Yep.
You are on journey to go back to Drunken Skull.
We should have had him reincarnate me.
Who?
We should have had this core reincarnate me.
I never thought of that. That would have been even more crazy.
But for all he knew, he was you.
That's true.
Yeah.
He would have thought he was reincarnating the
As you travel back to Clan Drunken Skull, you run into no encounters. Yeah, it takes, I can't remember how long it took to get here, but about the same time to get back. But you're a little more hasty. You've got a fallen comrade, I'm sure. I don't know what y'all guys planned, but I'm sure that y'all have some kind of ritual.
You didn't have a body. Oh wait, me?
We don't have a body.
They got, but they got his armor and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Something to do with it. So way to, because he died a warrior's death.
Turn it into the.
Oh, that's what I'm taking it to.
Are we?
And
Well, he would be the only student, so it would only make sense.
He's not. He can't be the master though.
No, you guys don't know what we were talking about though. He's been failing. He doesn't have a connection with the spirits because he doesn't have a spirit actually. He's something else. He's mind blanked.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I don't know that.
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
he's
He don't know
the
that.
only
In
student,
game.
so it'd be...
yeah, in game you don't know
No.
that. So you venture back. As you arrive and get within bird's eye view of the camp, it looks
Bird's
very,
eye view, we're flying.
Oh, there you go.
That's the crow
Going
flies.
downhill. Okay.
Going from a waterfall.
You can tell from here it looks very barren. You hardly see any activity. It don't look destroyed or nothing. It just looks like there's nobody there.
Looks deserted.
From where you're at right now.
Is there smoke coming up from anything? There's no smoke, no fires.
You don't see no fires, no
And
nothing.
we're obviously in a very cold environment. I would find this
Yeah.
strange. There would be no fire.
So there's no phones, no lights.
As
No
y'all approach
cars.
Mokatar, you're seeing this. What's your reaction as you get closer to the village? It almost looks like a ghost town.
Finding it strange and it's usually busy. Starting to wonder about my mother.
What time of day is it?
Y'all probably getting here. I'm gonna say you're getting here. It's the sun's rising.
Oh, so it's like daytime.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like morning.
Early.
There should be people moving around and stuff out here.
Well, we've been gone a while, maybe something's going on. Maybe someone had some vision of what happened to us and that we're bringing battle. The Son of Gorum here, and maybe everybody's preparing.
What's your take on this, Brocca?
I mean, I'm not too concerned, really.
Yeah.
No. Either they're all dead.
Which with our luck, that would be surprising.
They're either all dead or they're not. It's one or the other.
No. Or they're all dead and the people that killed them are still there. So it's a trap. So obviously we
Or
have the
maybe-
Son of Gorum with us, so
or
I have
maybe-
no fear.
Or maybe we all disappeared and Kyle is still alive.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe.
Kyle's dragging all of our armor back. We're like in purgatory.
It could be because we got Gorum's son with
That's
us.
right.
Man,
Oh,
that's,
maybe-
mine just got blown.
that sounds smart enough to be like it could be right.
Yeah.
As y'all approach, you get closer. When you get into town, there's nothing. It looks like everybody got up in a hurry and left, and it's been like this probably since y'all left. It looks like maybe this is days, a week. Nobody's been here. You see thousands of just footprints and stuff all around.
Yeah.
like commotion was going on, and they up and got out of here.
Okay, using survival knowledge, would I be able to tell with all the tracks and everything if it was more like a panic or something organized? You know what I'm saying? Like if Malik was like, "Hey, we're leaving," you know, that would be a 36.
Looks organized. And also the temple has never been left.
And it's by itself.
Well, here's the other thing. We need to finish our quest first before we do anything.
And here he is. Are we supposed to stand him up there?
I don't know. I was just saying we walk him up there to it first.
Yeah, I mean, but because
This is him.
we don't have nothing to set the map. Because that's what's up there, right? In statues, there's like a map.
No, it was him.
There's a map, but it was him and like there was somebody behind the cell, which was him. And it's just more pages, by the way.
There's there's less blood on there. There's more blood.
You can tell it needs to be turned.
Yeah. So you would search for when the quest started, you were searching for the last member.
Oh. So,
How
Priest,
freaky would it be if
care
you
to
went?
explain to him what's going on here? I mean, eventually he has to take that spot.
Let's just approach it and see
That's
what
what he
happens.
does.
I don't know we don't know how to solve the quest. Do we take him up to
Well,
the
usually
chamber?
it's been items.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what if we take him up to the chamber. Do we just take him in front of the image?
As you approach, you see the image, like it would form an image. The image of the map starts to turn into a crown, and it lies there.
So there's a crown there.
In the
Anybody
same
want
spot.
to examine it?
I won't tell him to examine it.
Yep, I'm gonna tell
That's
him
his
that's his spot. Put that crown on. It's yours. All right.
As Battle walks up and grabs the crown, it's almost like an old school letter, like somebody would write on it. It's in that
Like a
that spot.
scroll rolls out of it.
It like rolls down and it's permanent. It's like it's turned to stone where you can still read it and stuff.
There's a crown stone.
The crown is real, and he put it on.
I drop to my knee, bow before him.
Yeah.
You know, I'll lay out my axe in front of me and everything. You know. What are you doing?
I'm doing the same. This is the first time I've seen this, so
I'm sure you're doing the same.
Oh yes. Well, I'm gonna go up there with him when he was up
Yeah.
there. I mean, so yeah. I mean,
My head's spinning. I don't
Yeah.
know what all this means.
yeah. So what's the thing? I'm still looking at the thing. I'm trying to see what's going on. I really want to see what's written on the scroll. What language is it in?
Anybody can read it.
Anybody can read it. So
Yeah.
it's got like built in. So I'm reading it Nord.
Mm-hmm.
And what
So-
does this?
It's got Google Translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you read the scroll, there ain't too much to it, but the scroll states, "Today, I leave, and he takes my place." And then there's a roughly figure drawn of him. Is what it tells you. Today I leave, and he takes my place.
I wonder.
So did Malik write this?
That's what I'm about to ask. Yeah.
It was
You
written,
shut your mouth.
it wrote down and it wrote itself like the
My
temple
bad.
did.
Me
The
being
temple,
dead and all.
like it's in red lettering.
Shut your mouth and be
Like,
dead
it's
over there.
bleeded and it wrote it. The temple wrote that to y'all.
Oh wow.
so it's like
So Malik didn't write it. The temple itself.
like
What's your
born.
guessing?
So I'm assuming the blood from the lettering is rushing up into the skull.
I tell him to come into the temple and take what's yours. I'm gonna lead him in the temple.
To stop the skull.
Yep.
I'm right behind you.
I'll follow.
And I'll tell you, it is written, and you can read it. Obviously, anybody can. This is now his temple.
Yep. As y'all walk
all
up
belongs inside is his. So
and go into the throne room, there used to be like all kinds of gear and like a casket thing, even though he wasn't really in it. There is a chair in there, and it looks like a ghostly figure is sitting in it as you round up to the top,
A chair?
like a king's
Like
chair.
a throne?
Yeah, like a throne. And you see a ghostly image there, and he's kind of just like sitting there like this, like he's been waiting. Y'all give me perceptions. It's kind of.
Is it human?
No.
Is it orc?
Yes.
28.
I don't have much.
24.
Oh boy. I'm looking around the room. We got 10.
So who?
Where's the stuff?
10. What you wrote?
28.
All right.
Because the room's barren, right?
All right, yeah.
Except for this chair.
You kind of don't recognize what's going on, but they start looking at it. Y'all thinking it ain't as large. That looks a whole lot like the images in the history books that describe what Baron would look like. And he's kind of just sitting there.
Because this is his temple.
Yeah.
This isn't Malik's temple. This is his temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malik just kind of ran the.
Yeah, he was trying
He
to
just
bring
kind
it
of
back.
he just kind of ran the business while he was gone.
He was the one that did the first quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how come we wasn't kings after we already did 2 quests? This is the 3rd quest.
Because
We've
Malik
done-
Because the first quest to bring Baron back was they had to crown somebody taking his spot.
Yeah.
And now you just crown
As y'all
him.
kind of looking at it, do y'all say
We didn't
anything?
crown him.
Because you don't notice it,
The
but
temple crown.
do y'all gotta say anything? Because he don't notice what's.
Yeah, we'll have to say something to him.
I mean,
I mean, I don't know if I really know what Baron looked
you just think it's him by the way they described he would look. He's got scars on it, very ancient looking orc,
like.
half
Or he's a
orc.
huge orc.
Yeah, he's
right?
huge orc looking, almost half orc, but he's not half orc. But you can tell he's way more orc than anything. Like 75% orc is what you would guess. He looks like he would, if he was big, he would look really magnificent. But he's got scars in battle, scars all over him.
What does battle do?
This by where the books say like he's been burnt so many times, right? When he fought that red dragon, that some of his skin just don't look orcish.
So he's got like scar tissue.
Yeah.
Not scar tissue, burnt scar tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't say anything. I'm like him. I'm just watching battle because now I'm kind of gathering what's going on.
I'm gonna guess y'all walk in first. You're looking around, and then battle walks in.
Oh no, we followed him up because remember you.
I took him
Yeah.
up there with
Well, he kind of, I'm gonna say he stays and he stops and looks at him for a little bit because he don't know exactly what it is right at that time. And then y'all guys start looking at it, and then it talks, and it says, plans have moved forward. My time is to near an end, and there's no need for me here because you're here on this earth now. And then he extends his hand forward like he's going to shake Battle's hand.
Oh, battle.
Battle extends his hand forward, and that's when he tells him that this clan was built to give everybody that wanted to be a warrior a place to go, but it grew into a place where elements and Gorum could thrive, but all the weak have left. You think he's talking about the human followers here, because they're not here. He says, that is why nobody's here, for they trade, and I had to send them.
So
He said,
he was. To me, it sounds like he was scared.
I'm not scared. He sent them whatever, like the human. He found out what they were doing because Battle said they're trying to resurrect something. He found out, and he sent Mallet and them because the humans. He don't really tell you all that, but y'all kind of gather about nobody here that the humans have traded. Traded.
They're traders in
Yes.
a clan.
And they have,
Okay.
and they have
I
left.
thought they had traded goods. or
Yeah, that's what I was
something.
getting. No, they're
And
traders.
he was gone,
Yeah.
so he had to, whatever they were doing is so severe that he had to send everybody after them. And he said that's where they are, but they should be arriving soon. And battle, well, not him, but battle will declare your new destiny. And then he starts to dissipate, and the temple starts to shake, and they'll slowly go to the ground as all the remains of this temple start forming into a weapon, and then it kind of floats a little bit, and it goes on and battles back. And this is like a big ass greatsword back there. And he's just kind of like,
Yeah.
he's kind of like, stunned there for a minute, and then he realizes that all the work that they put in, all the battle, everything they've done is for Gorum and like the elements, and it's not for the Foss, the humans, and that's what he's all about. And his blade looks like your blade, but it's bigger.
Oh man, I was thinking I bet his blade looks cooler.
Oh,
Alright.
Man.
Your blade's not as big as his blade. How much of a check is that?
I know, right?
But last thing he said, he said,
Would you
It's
expect
cold,
anything
it's cold.
less from the Son of Gorum?
Hey, it's cold outside.
the last thing it was
Been out
said
there.
was battle would declare the new destiny forth, and he said they will return. And then battle says, we wait. When they arrive, we fight for the spots that will fight alongside me. That's all he says.
Oh, is it like
So we're waiting
tournament?
for the clan to return?
Whoever returns, he don't need. At this moment, he's going to gather the best warriors by his side, but he don't need many, and you're going to fight to death.
So we're about to fight people we know.
Yes,
Wow.
So you're telling me there is a good chance that he might have to kill his mom.
maybe. Whatever they're coming up with, he needs.
But we killed his mom.
Or we kill each other.
He needs. Yeah, he may. Who knows? That's all he says.
I'm already dead.
You'll
Be
fight.
glorious
You'll
fight.
fight each other.
be very glorious.
You're like, I can't burn him.
You don't know how many he needs or nothing. He just says
That's okay because
he needs a few
I
men,
can remove
and he
that.
needs the ones that will.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that anymore. I just make
yeah.
it cold.
Uh,
Or I'll make
and
it
you know
ice.
everybody is gone, and they'll be returning soon. Any questions? Y'all can kind of communicate with battle, but that's all he says right now.
No, I just started doing a war chant. I guess we'll go all.
You can start killing each other. I mean,
No,
it's gonna happen anyway.
No. I'm painting flames on his face with charcoal and stuff.
Is your faith strong? He says it like a serious, like, you're basically looking at a demigod right now.
Quasi deity. You're looking at the Hercules of our world.
Yeah.
He asks you, is your faith strong?
I'm painting Justin.
No, you're not, because I'm watching this.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
painting me, I'm like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is your faith strong?
Strong.
Is that what you said?
That's
Yeah.
what he asked him.
are you on your knees right now? Like, are you bowing before this guy?
I was.
Oh, you was? So you're not? I'm gonna draw my weapon. I'm gonna hack his legs. Make sure he takes a knee.
My faith is strong.
You say that. He says, bow forth. He gets his sword out.
Cuts your head off. You're with me now.
This,
Y'all got.
I don't know what your reaction's going to be. He stabs you with it. And he pulls the sword out. And he waits a little bit and the blood's hitting the ground. He says, your faith is strong.
Was he stabbing her to see if it absorbed?
It didn't absorb the blood.
It
He's a
didn't?
true follower.
Okay.
It absorbs the blood of the false
Yeah,
follower.
yeah.
That's what mine does.
Yeah.
He's just a little bigger.
And he straight up stabbed you. He didn't.
I mean, he grabbed it first.
So, are you saying his half side that's not giant is not human?
No, he's a follower of Gorum, but he's not a half orc. So the only way to tell if he's for real or not is to see if it would
Well,
grow.
I'm asking because his soaks up the blood of humans.
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking. Would that just mean that
his is bigger and his is better.
that he's not human?
We gave him an orc card. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Me and Kyle, we do.
Humans believe that
I'm dead, so I don't
he
know.
is that
He
Gorum
took-
is
he
a
took
human,
Kyle's orc card
and his
off
blood
his
will
body.
absorb
He
it.
stole it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Basically,
So his other half side.
His
is not
blade
human.
will absorb it if you are a false follower. That means you don't believe he's a half orc.
Gotcha.
Anybody he stabs, that's how he tells. So people's gonna have to get stabbed with that, and he knows you guys are because you're.
So that's a good question. What is the other half of your breed? See, well, I was thinking, oh, it did suck up his blood like yours sucks up human blood. Well, I would assume his other breed was not human. That's what I'm getting at.
His just does false prophets.
Yeah, I know, but that's what but that's still my question.
If he was
him
not,
now.
if he was not a true believer, it would have.
Yeah, I've got that. But now I'm asking,
But
what is his other breed of race if he's half
Fortunately, let's
giant?
roleplay a little bit here.
Yeah, it's. I had to actually have that written down somewhere.
Half.
Half giant, half halfling. That's a hell of a night, guys.
That's a fourth of a person.
Who was the female? The giant?
The feet? No.
Halfling.
That giant wore her like a condom.
You know, I had that written down somewhere.
So he stabs him while he's looking around, and you ask him a question. I don't want to stall you too much out,
on
but
Facebook.
I'm gonna.
it might be important.
Yeah.
I don't ever see it on there. That's why I asked.
Before
I
I
put it on
before I jumped out, I don't think I seen.
I don't. That's why I asked. I don't ever remember you saying.
I thought his mother was human.
I'm thinking that's where I went with it, but
You may not have any human left in you.
See, that's why I was asking.
West
Because when he said his sword was like yours,
double
that's what I
size
assumed.
today.
Anyways, if you found it, just let me know. I'm just curious.
yeah, I'll
I
look.
might kill you later.
We've always got that option.
Yeah.
That's always on the table.
Y'all hear
Goodbye.
a familiar ring of a bell.
Okay, so hold on. Before that,
Ring a ding ding.
I want to
Keep your head
heal him, you know, welcome him into being a true believer. Welcome.
Oh God, how would he feel about me? I don't even. I'm glad I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm dead. I would have been gone.
Yeah.
It's a
How's your
familiar.
face? I don't have it.
You hear a familiar ring. It used to come from the tower that no longer stands there.
So there's no tower, but the bell is
Yes.
still ringing.
It rings for a little bit. Y'all
I'm
guys
doing ghost
don't
stuff.
see nothing. You don't see nothing. Then Battle says, "I have a message." He's talking to y'all guys.
All of a sudden, he put this crown on, and he's like all knowing.
He knows
Like
everything.
all of a sudden, he went from a normal person
Kill him, take the crown,
to
and
just
sword.
like
Mm-hmm.
all holy and mighty.
Grohl would want this.
So
Yeah.
so this bell's like his cell phone.
Well, it ain't really that cell phone.
More like a pager.
Yeah.
Like,
The temple, he is the temple. I mean,
Yeah.
like everything about it is in him now. And he says, elements have helped us in the past.
God. Anyways, go on.
He says, Mallet and or Boren have left you with one more gift, and that gift is yet not here, but it will be of great element.
Element's cool, guys. I mean, that's what I used to think they were. Until I was dead.
The only ally to strength is
There it is.
the elements themselves.
Second sentence.
That's exactly what he says.
The only ally to strength is elements themselves.
That's what he believes. That's what the clan kind of inspired. Now it's changed. It used to be a little different,
Yeah.
but going forth, this is the way it's going to be.
What was it? I missed it. What? I was reading that and thinking about
He
something.
basically tells them that the only ally to strength is the elements themselves, and there is an element that may be a surprise. It'll be the last gift from Boren.
The element of surprise.
Yeah, surprise. We can't do that.
He
That's
speaks
against our
when he
religion.
talks like this. It's weird, but when he talks like Battle, you'll know he's not, talking out of that.
Battle's like Yoda.
Yeah.
It's funny.
But whenever Battle's in battle and he ain't got this, he ain't relaying messages. He talks just like a regular person, but most of the time he's going to be relaying information that is coming straight to him. So that's what's going on right now. Have you determined what you was?
He's human.
And he says there's he basically no blood absorbed into that thing, so you probably may not have any human left in you, as far as he could tell.
Well, it just wasn't really
Yeah.
human. It was just he's not a false believer in Gorum.
No, I want to believe there is no human
Oh,
life
that's
in
fine.
him.
That's
Yeah.
I want to believe that.
well, it's fighting in that arena
About
with the
you.
frost giants.
About your human side.
about yours.
I'm a freak. I'm a freak.
You're a
warrior.
freak?
Yeah. Yeah, I am a freak.
I said I was human.
I'm just saying, you're half for
As he's relaying the message,
half try.
Oh yeah.
you hear
You don't get no blacker than that.
almost noises that would typically come from some type of small cavalry heading your way.
Horses, hooves.
The sound that kind of would make.
In my mind, the first thing I think of is when the last time I done my burnt offering to Tigran, horses approached me.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my axe and I march that way.
Oh, we're all down already.
As y'all march that way up over like the little bit of hill coming up top, you see a couple horses pulling, looks to be a wagon, and there's a lot of human bodies and dwarf bodies that's laying on this wagon.
Dwarf bodies. Wow.
Well, we had some dwarves in our.
Yeah, I know.
Walking behind the wagon you will know is Oryx and Mallet, and once was a lifeless individual.
Han?
You think so? It was more like Cornax whenever they did that and all that.
Yeah.
That's the only three you see walking.
No Zilla.
You do not see her. What is your reaction first, Malkatar?
I'm
So,
freaking out whenever my mom.
I'm going to assume Kern Cavern is not there either, assuming that he would be dead.
You do not see him walking. You do not see him walking.
Because I was saying, 'cause I don't want to check him off just yet.
So what's your reaction?
I'm freaking out about my
Alright,
mom.
so he's freaking out. Y'all see what you see?
No, I'm going to tell him to hold. Your faith in Gorum battle here should be stronger than the love for your mother right now. You gotta think, because we might have to fight these people. You might have to fight me. We might have to fight him. You've got no time for motherly love right now. For all you know, them people are your enemies coming over the hill.
As they approach, what is your reaction? Baraka.
Now, what you're gonna do is up to you, but I'm just
Yeah.
telling you.
Oh, I'm drawing my weapon.
Yeah,
Draws
that's
a
what I
weapon.
did. I drew my weapon. And
We already knew what was
Yeah.
fixing to happen. Yes, I'm following him.
I don't have to draw one, so
You're standing there. Battle kind of stands there. He says, first, there must be a ritual for all those who gave their life in battle and did a warrior's death.
No, that's a personal.
Basically, he wants to bury all these people who died that's on this wagon.
Which now that this is going on, I will do one with your partner.
He says, one is missing. Battle says that. I don't know if you want to chime in.
I don't know.
He says, where's the female half-orc?
I'm wondering that myself.
No, half one.
Zilla.
Battle, or Mallet looks nervous as he says, we do not know. Everybody else died.
So this is it, just them
Yeah.
three?
Oh wow.
So you're saying, by him saying that, Zilla is dead?
He don't know
Pursue.
where she's at. Now, if y'all remember, well, you wasn't here, Kyle.
Yeah.
Backtracking.
Yeah.
He said, Mallet, which for one of the first things he ever told y'all was the humans are trying to resurrect a red dragon, the one that used to terrorize this place.
Yeah.
Do humans? I don't remember. Was it not the humans of this place?
You don't know.
We don't know
They
that.
see. He said the thing told you. He told you there's traitors. And that's how they found out
the,
about it.
the guys that me and him fought, that's what they
Yeah.
were doing.
Yeah.
So maybe they got coins with some of these guys, and it would take a lot to do that. But you don't know where she's at. Her body was not found. But he said everybody else, they met a warrior's death. He said we barely got out with our lives. They didn't finish us.
So they ran.
He said they didn't finish us. They
like defeated them and just left them.
yes, they left them there to die, and Mallet and them didn't die. This is what's left.
So
Here's a message.
it's Han, Malik, Warax, and there's us three. And we have to fight these people.
You think so?
I'm assuming by what he said.
And then he said, first we will have basically a burial, and then we will go from there. That's what Battle says. So y'all guys can roleplay how you want and get ready for whatever kind of burial y'all want to do. I'll leave that up to y'all. The table's yours.
I'm going to build a big pyre.
Yes, it is.
Like a huge pyre representing everybody. I guess I'll let Malik and them know that we've lost corn. Not called you corn. Corn warrior. Hey, you really died. I
keep calling
will
the
present
yeah.
Han with his teacher's gear. Like, you know.
He don't fall to his knees because he knows the battle. Now he knows who the battle is. He just met him, but you tell he's very shocked by this. Like, he cannot believe that he's no longer here again.
Again.
It's almost like you're gay lovers.
Again.
And he don't say nothing, but he's like staring into nothingness. Because you know why we've had talks. Because he ain't meeting, like, he can't do the stuff you can do.
Yeah.
And he's the only one now. So
Well, yeah, I'll just explain that real quick. He was not making any headway. Like, core, he had naturally had connections to the elements. And I tried to bring that out in Han, but it didn't work. The elements just didn't connect with him. And the only thing I could figure as a teacher, still being very new at being a teacher, I was still learning myself, honestly. I mean, my teacher was taken too early in my eyes. But basically it was because he was a shell, and I'm taking a shell and trying to teach it. There was nothing for the elements to connect to. So that's the reason I made him a ranger, basically, not what I was, because he's into nature, but he's not elemental connected. So he's picked up, like, he's befriended animals. Like, he has a bear, he has a polar bear. So he's befriended animals. He's learning the ways of nature. So he even knows a little bit of magic peppered in there, but he's just not elemental. It just wasn't working.
So that's why he probably looks like he does as he grabs your armor.
I tell him I have my own personal ritual that I'm going to do with his armor and stuff. After all this stuff,
Yeah.
because this is more important.
They're getting stuff ready. He's handing a weapon over to him. I know you're in a dark place.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
This ain't the first time that she's been gone.
No,
Hard enough.
probably won't be the last.
Don't look like a pansy in front of battle now.
He's already stabbed you.
Yeah, he's already stabbed
I mean,
you.
that's just like testing your might, basically.
I'm gonna start helping with the bodies.
How many bodies they bring back?
How many the cart was?
Well, yeah. What was it?
Man,
2 horses pulled them, and probably about 20, 30 bodies that they can grab. What they found.
So how many was in the clan?
Well, he had 300.
they had 300, yeah.
They all went. Everything. They went to try to stop something, and they couldn't do it.
Do the bodies, like, set up the pyre? My whole thing is, like, to build this pyre and just set a body like in an open spot, you know? As I'm doing this, the damage dealt to the bodies, does it look like fire? Because we know this dragon, does it look like it's made by weapons?
Man, it looks like it's been melted by something, but
Okay.
maybe not just fire. Maybe other stuff. There's weapon wounds, but mostly looks like something got a hold of them that was, vicious. Big weapons, fire damage. It maybe.
Vicious, like the spell that you can cast.
That's weird, isn't it? You're dead. Shush your
Most
mouth.
of them's charred over, but it's like a mixture of stuff. You're not quite sure.
It was a big battle. Like, it wasn't one thing. It was just a bunch of
Well,
stuff.
no, a big battle, it's like a massacre.
Yeah.
It was a big massacre. Whatever.
I mean, nobody's asking what they fought. But, I mean,
Well, I
it's out there.
assume they would just tell us.
He just said that they basically kicked their ass.
Who did they get ass to? I asked them directly.
We're saying too much ass. You're saying too
Yeah.
much.
Oh, my bad.
There's too much 80 words going on.
Now it says they have practiced their summoning skill. He said they have achieved a great deal. Skeletal beast that once flew the air. With their army, we could not stop it.
So they have a dragon. I'm assuming they're dragons.
He said they've been practicing their skill. So they've done it on other dragons, I guess, to try to figure it out, and it's worked. He said we try to stop them before they get any further, because if they bring him back, what's his name? I got it in my book, but it's the biggest red dragon ever. They used to roam these lands.
The biggest red dragon ever. That's not a good.
Well, back in the day, that's where Drogo had the Thor that with had. It's now part of the Thor that Battle has.
Oh,
Yeah, that's cool.
and every other weapon that goes in there. So it's like a plus 20 everything in the complete ultimate equipment book.
Yeah, it's a real
It's the
deal.
book.
And it's the book.
Adds to swim and jump and everything.
Literally, he gets to throw the book at him.
Yeah. It's the equipment book.
There's no telling how many of these they've summoned, but they had enough to they just destroyed them with them. They wasn't ready for what they went into. That's all I had to say about it.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to set this fire up and do my burnt offering, but in a enormous way, which I will have him help me set up because he's taking part of it.
Okay.
before. Because now this is all our offering to Gorum. Usually I do just a timber brand, but I will try to appease everybody.
Where is Core Spot?
Of course, I'm gonna put it front and center, put his armor and everything there.
So once it goes ablaze, I will donate. The armor to the spot.
No, I'm like setting the armor in there.
Oh, he said it in there. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
we'll
even
tell him
better.
that's where he wants to put it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
He
well,
wants
He's
to
gonna
do
go
it.
and stand in front of it.
Well, I mean, here's a little spot for it. You can set it up however you want.
So everything's ready to go. Everybody's down here. That couldn't happen any better time.
Spots in it, fell in.
Joe's face went.
Yeah, I know, right? But
I'll
yeah,
wait for him to get done for you to blaze this.
I will tell Han what's going on, what this is about, because really, technically, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
You just know I kind of.
the way I see it is, everybody that died, they're our comrades, but this is our brotherhood.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, it's like cops. I mean, all cops in the department they're on a team, but you have different.
It's like the military.
Right, basically.
Working team.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Ready?
Football team?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's set fire to this.
Yeah.
As you set fire to it, you want it to all engulf at one time.
Oh yeah, I am.
So he sets fire to it. The heat is just immense in here.
It stinks.
Yeah. Is it just the fire just goes up?
All the bodies.
Yeah. Fire just this whole place goes ablaze, and you hear and you feel vibrations as if something is walking towards you. Some of the ash and stuff is just
That's not good.
almost like a transfer.
Yeah, it's a T-Rex in the Jurassic Park.
I'm just how it looks, the water and stuff. That's the way this is feeling, and the ash is kind of just, and the smoke is going and the fire is going.
This doesn't freak me out. I'm excited because if I'm doing this fire and it's doing this, it excites me. My hair probably starts to turn that.
This goes on for
flame gets
a little
hot
bit.
and whatnot.
The vibrations, like something big about to go down, and then you hear a voice, a familiar voice. It is a voice of Borin once more. He says, as my final, I don't have voices for him, it's kind of weird, but
For my final pride.
for my final gift,
A new car!
he says, he gives to you, and as he says that, Battle walks up to Han, and you guys may be freaking out, but you see him stab him right through the heart, looking at him, and he pushes him into the grave, and then
Into the grave or into the pile?
into the pyre. You know where he has the armor at? He pushes him into that, and it ignites, and it smolders, and as he's talking, and right when he says that, he says, "I give you the spirits of all shamans and elementals who have served a great purpose here are now one. and then he does this, and almost if a ghostly elemental type figure rises up and is standing there, and then you kind of see it go like flame, water, kind of earth, and air, and then back to the almost clear-like. And then from the clear, when it's clear, you see him kind of his head kind of shape into forms that you guys have noticed. One looks a lot like Kor, one looks a lot like Thunder, and one looks a lot like Han. But it's not permanent, it's kind of like
Shifting.
yeah. And it's this radiant energy, and he says this is your spirit elemental. You only need one. If a shaman proves himself worthwhile through the years of service, when it dies, this is his Valhalla. This is his, basically his, what do they call it?
They're like a legion.
Where it goes to live. The most powerful ones have a chance to control it every day, and that's where all they can interact inside there, but only one of them is going to interact with, and it follows battle. This is your most powerful ally.
I don't believe that. I believe battles.
Some battles.
No, battle says this is, he tells battle this is the elements, this is your most, he's talking about allies earlier. And Kyle, roll me percentiles.
Okay.
Oh God.
51.
Good enough.
Okay.
You see Kor's face kind of go permanent in this thing, but it's clear.
Clear as in like transparent.
Like, yeah, you can see it.
So it's
but
like looking at glass.
It's like glass, but you can see it shaped, and
Yeah.
it looks, the head of it looks like a half orc, but the head of it is kind of like, Kor's at the moment, and it kind of stays like that, and you remember everything you've ever done, but you don't know what is going on when you come out,
Yeah.
and then the pyres are still going and everything, and then you see Mallet, you hear his voice, and he says, basically, our, Gorum's future lies with you, and then you hear him kind of walk away. And that's a lot to take in. So he walks away. And everybody's seen this. What's everybody? Y'all can let y'all kind of role play your reactions here.
I'm still going on with my ritual.
Okay, still going on with the ritual.
In the heat of the moment. Just chanting away and doing all types
I know
of
you've been
stuff.
through a lot. This is probably your final stage.
Okay.
There's a lot to it.
In my mind, I'm like, look what I summoned.
Yeah. You think you
I brought you back and then I done this.
Yeah. We're just
How much
going
better
to
can I
the world now.
I know, right? Alfred was right. Somebody do
What was that?
watch the world burn.
I'm just
So where am I? I'm with him.
It's
doing
crazy, but
things.
You're probably
Yeah.
with me, yeah.
So would I even see that? Do we even see this? Are we
Yeah, it's like huge.
Yeah, this
is right in front of us. Like,
Yeah,
remember I said that was like
right.
the center of the pyre. Was his arm.
You're part of the big giant thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is like,
30 foot tall?
no, he's 30 foot tall. He's probably like 10 foot tall, and it looks like a glass, glass reflection. And then every now and then he would turn like fire red and blue, and it looks like
So
a-
basically, it's glass that's almost like surging with the elements inside of it.
And every now and then one of the elements will completely take over and pan away. And then the face don't change anymore, but it was changing.
And it's your face again?
Yeah. You want
And you got a body of what?
his
Elements,
body.
raw elements, I guess.
It looks like just a blank sheet, like a body, like a physically
With an
fit,
outline.
like 10 foot tall with his kind of facial structure, and it's all clear right now. And you see like the elements kind of flickering in, like water and
Shoot you.
fire.
My God.
And
It's called bulletproof, right?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? I'm.
you don't have to do anything. I'm just, this is crazy.
Look at the power of Gorum. I mean,
Basically, he's giving you
Yeah.
this. This is a weapon. This is
This all the sun
Y'all know
guy
right
is.
away. This is one of the weapons he was talking about. He's going to need. It's the power of the elements.
Let's jump in the fire.
Good.
Don't do that again.
Well, it hurts at all.
All right.
I'm gonna shove you in there with your sword. Let's see what it does.
I'm getting shoved in by my sword by Justin.
Battle says,
Talking about flames and stuff.
he said, it's time for the rest of you to see who will stand by my side.